Hello everyone, TAC1421 here. Welcome back to some more Pokemon TCG Online. Today we are playing in the Limitless Qualifier number 4, the last of the 4 qualifiers, and I am reporting at 5 a.m. in the morning, reporting to you. I'm very tired, and I need to do some like push-ups or jumping jacks or something to wake myself up before this tournament starts, because we got hopefully 13 rounds ahead of us. But we're going to do the deck breakthrough right now. Today I'm playing a Alolan Persian GX with that smug face ability, as well as Lucario GX with that Aura Strike. And this is going to be a counter deck. This is purely a counter deck trying to counter some of the top tier decks. It has very good matchups. In theory, I haven't really tested them out too much. I haven't really been playing too much in the last 2 weeks since the last qualifier. But in theory, this deck should do pretty well at countering some of the top tier decks, such as Pikarom, as well as the Dragapult V lists that are going on out there, and Baby Blounce. It also does pretty well against just decks that are pure tag team decks, like Mewtwo type decks, and then just your occasional just random stuff that is just purely based off of like special energy or Ultra Beast or all that stuff. So why is it so good against those decks? It is purely because of Smug Face. Look at that Alolan Persian Smug Face out there. It's a very good ability right now for a lot of the top tier decks. We will have trouble facing stuff like Zacian or Rillaboom or just random decks like that. The tough thing with a counter deck is it's meant to beat the top tier decks that you are trying to counter, but if you just play like something random or like a tier 2 type deck that you're not really prepared for, or in the case of like Zacian or Rillaboom, which are pretty decent decks, or like even like Lapras V or something like that, then we're gonna have kind of a tough time. So Smugface, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage, done to this Pokemon by your opponent's tag team Pokemon and Ultra Beast, and by your opponent's Pokemon that have a special energy attached to them. So this is why it's so great against some of the top tier decks right now in Pikarom, in Dragapult V, as well as Baby Blounce, because Baby Blounce pretty much can't hit you because it's purely Ultra Beast attackers. Some of the Pokemon in there might not be. They have like the Cramorant. Some of them have the Victini Prism Star that you can attack with. But for the most part, it's primarily going to be like Ultra Beast and the Baby Blounce trying to attack you, and they're not going to be able to do anything. It's pretty good against Pikarom as well, but really Pikarom are going to be focusing on attacking with Lucario GX and that Aura Strike attack. Does 30 plus 90 damage if you evolved from Riolu during this turn. So that hits for 120 with weakness. That's 240. That's exactly enough you need to knock out a Pikarom. A lot of Pikarom lists are playing that item that gives them 30 plus health, whatever the name of it is, that giant thing. And so we do have some different multipliers in this deck, and that's primarily in the form of Martial Arts Dojo. If we have a basic fight energy attached to our Pokemon, they do 10 more damage, so that's really nice. But if we are behind on prize cards, it does 40 more damage, so we can kill things like Raichu, Alolan Raichu, and we'll be able to easily kill just anything that's weak to fighting, pretty much. And then it does have a second attack, Cyclone Kick, which we can power up in one turn thanks to Red and Blue. We play 3 copies of Red and Blue and 2 tag calls, so we can easily get these Pokemon when we need them. So Cyclone Kick does 130, and then this attack, which I can't pronounce, Beatdown, does 30 times the amount of damage counters on this Pokemon. So that can come in handy as well. If they can't hit us, they can't kill us, I mean, then we can go ahead and revenge, do some damage to them. But Alolan Persian also has some decent attacks. I wish they did more damage, but with that ability, it makes sense that it's only 120 for 3 energy. And then the GX attack, Stalking Claws, you can snipe 120 damage, which is kind of nice as well. So those are the Pokemon. Really, I'll mention the baby, the Alolan Meowth, as well as the Rylu. Spoil the Fun's really nice. If you go second, which we're going to try to do most games, then you can do 60 more damage for no energy. So effectively 70 damage on your first turn going second. Kill things like Jirachi or anything that's like less than 70 or less HP. And there's a lot of things running around right now where you can just kill them right away, which is really nice. Like Inkay or Jirachi is the biggest one, to be honest. Or the baby Galarian Goon, whatever it's called, Obstagoon. Not Obstagoon, but the baby form Zigzagoon. That's what I was looking for. And then Rylu here, you can use Detect if you need to. And then Jab. It's not a very good Pokemon, but it's shiny. It's cool. It's cool looking, but it's not that great. And then we have one copy of Tapu Fini. Honestly, I don't know if Tapu Fini is going to be that useful because the Baby Blounds matchup, you just use Alolan Persian, but Fini just adds a little bit extra of attackers because they're only using one prize attackers pretty much in that deck, so you can use Fini as another extra attacker there. If you want, you could use Pokemon such as Diancie Prism Star might be a better play here. I don't like Ditto Prism Star in this deck because you can't use Lucario really with it, and then you can't use Red and Blue to evolve from there, so it's kind of a useless card. In a lot of decks like this, I would use Ditto Prism Star, but in this one, it's not the greatest, so yeah. So we have a 4-3 line of both. We have 2 Dedennes and 1 Fini. So yeah, and if you don't know what Tapu Fini does, if your opponent has any Ultra Beasts in play, it does 100 damage for 1 colorless energy, so that's really nice. As far as the energy go, we play a 5-6 split, 5 dark, 6 fighting, and you could use the special energy that has dark fighting fairy. It's a special energy, however you pronounce it, however it's called. I don't like it in this deck particularly because you can't get it back with Ordinary Rod. You can't use Red and Blue for it. But if you want to throw 1 in there and then use Guzma and Hala, because you do play Tag Call, it might be an option. We are going with 1 Great Catcher, 2 Ordinary Rods. I like 2 Ordinary Rod in this deck because you're discarding a lot of stuff and you want to get them back. You could also have the option of playing 1 Ordinary Rod and then trying to go for a 4-4 line in both. That would be kind of nice. We play 1 Pal Pad again because we're discarding a lot of stuff. I play 3 Pokemon Communication, 4 Quick Ball, 2 Tag Call. We got the 4 Martial Arts Dojo. Boss Order is really nice. We play 2 of those to gust our opponents one of their bench Pokemon to their active. Anytime I'm playing Tag Call, I like to play 1 copy of Cynthia Caitlyn because it's really nice. We play 3 Marnie. You could play Cynthia here, but I like Marnie because we don't have any other kind of form of disruption. I'd like to put 4 Marnie in the deck. I couldn't really find room for it. I do like the 2 Ordinary Rod, and I also like having the Great Catcher, but those would kind of be the things that I would cut first, if anything, and possibly add another Marnie. And you could also maybe get rid of an energy, a dark energy. But we play 4 Professor's Research in this list, and then we play the 3 Red and Blue. You could play 4, but I like 3. We do have 2 Tag Call, so it's not impossible to find. And then 2 Air Balloon. I really like Air Balloon in this list. It's very helpful. Both Lucario as well as the Alolan Persian have 2 Retreat, so it essentially gives them free retreat. It's really useful on Lucario, and if you happen to have to start a Dedenne, you can, instead of getting rid of an energy to retreat, you just have the Air Balloon on there. So yeah, that's essentially the deck in a nutshell. At the end of every video for this playlist, for this Limitless tournament, I am going to have the playlist and then as well as the next video on the end screen. So look for that. And that's pretty much this list. Again, it's a complete counter list. We're looking to play decks like Pikarom, Dragapult, and Baby Blounds. Anything else, it's going to be kind of a tough matchup. And then also like Mewtwo is a pretty good matchup. But we're looking to play those top tier decks, and we're going to try to avoid some of the other stuff like Zacian, Rillaboom, Lapras V, stuff like that. It's kind of random stuff like that we're trying to avoid. So hopefully we don't run into those. Hopefully we run into the good stuff that we want to see. And wish me luck. All right, take it easy, everyone. Peace. You can click on the middle of your screen there to subscribe for more content. Check out the playlist on the left-hand side and the next video in the series on the right. Hope you enjoyed this one. I'll see everyone next time. Peace.
You did it, Psyduck! Psyduck!